Hey guys, we're gonna do a little 90-90 external rotation, which is the front leg play today. So we're gonna work on some play positions for 90-90. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna first set up in our 90-90, which is we're sitting on this one butt cheek, the other leg is out here, and then we're looking for our 90-90, which is 90 in the front leg, 90 at the hip and knee, and 90 at the hip and the knee and the back leg. Now we're gonna play with this front leg. If this, having both of them at 90-90 kicks you out, as in you can't even get upright, we pull this back leg in to relax off that. So there's not so much tension and pull through the pelvis, so we can play with this front leg. And this is working on external rotation, or all the tissue on this outer side, buttock and cheek and back. And so we get into our 90-90 with our modification of the foot towards the bum. And then we're gonna play with finding the end range of our stretch. This is a pails and rails stretch. So we wanna find our best stretch, hold that for 2 full minutes, and then we do our 2 contractions. So I'm gonna come forward, staying tall, chest pulling over the knee. And I'm gonna start with, you can just hang out here. That's a traditional 90-90, straight down, feel in the butt cheek on this left front leg. Now, the ways to play. So you can come inwards, feeling like a different stretch through there. I get a little bit on the groin, etc. You can come outwards. So I'm gonna rotate out. Now I feel a little bit more through the hip on the outside there. Just move over slightly. And then you can do other rotations. So we find here, and we can actually rotate our torso. So we can rotate and come through here, and that gets a little bit of stretch even on this right side. Or we can do the same thing on here. So what I'm gonna pick is one of them, and I want you to play with them and find which one is the best stretch for you, which is a nice deep stretch. It shouldn't be painful. It should be on the opening side tissue, the tissue on the side that you're stretching, and it should feel like a good stretch, okay? So I'm gonna go in here, so I'm gonna come down, I'm gonna rotate, I'm gonna pop my hand so I can actually rotate my spine this way, feeling a nice stretch. So now I'm getting this hip, this butt on the left side front leg, getting a bit of a twist through the spine there. It feels like a really nice stretch. We're gonna hang out here for 2 minutes. So that is your passive stretch, 2 minutes. Once you've done your full 2 minutes, I'm gonna skip ahead because you guys don't need to watch me sit here for 2 minutes. We do 2 contractions. So pails and rails, or progressive angular isometric loading and regressive angular isometric loading, are contracting the tissue that you're lengthening and then the tissue you're shortening. All your contractions are done isometrically or non-moving, and they're done at the end range that you're currently stretching. So right here. When you start contracting, you don't come out, you don't rotate back out, you stay exactly at your end range. So we're gonna hang out here. I'm gonna start by contracting my tissue that I'm stretching, which is all the tissue touching the ground, basically. So foot, knee, butt are all gonna start driving down into the ground like I'm trying to rotate that leg back out. I'm gonna hold, I'm holding myself here, ramping it up to my greatest effort. Hold that for 15 seconds. Hold, keep going. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now rails is the opposite. So now I'm gonna try and bring the shortened tissue further into that stretch. So I'm gonna try and lift my toes up towards me. I'm gonna try and hold and reach. So my toes are reaching up towards the shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe, relax. Then you can go further into your stretch. I always tell people do at least a set of 2 with pails and rails so you can get more out of your stretch. You can use the range you just opened up and hold. So that is a pails and rails modification. So the traditional 90-90 is like this, with your knee and your hip, 90-90. We brought that foot in, we're coming down, and then we're rotating and playing, finding the end range of stretch that is good for you guys and where your tension line is. Because I can tell you a strict 90-90 but I want you to feel a stretch where your tissue's tight, and that's where the key is. So 2-minute passive hold. When you find that stretch, contract all the tissue you're lengthening, hold for 15 seconds, contract all the tissue you're shortening, the opposite side, hold for 15 seconds, then repeat that sequence, go further into the stretch, find that stretch again, and hold for a minute or 2, repeat the 2 contractions. You can do up to 3 to 5 sets in that, depending on how your tissue can handle. If this is new to you, just do 2 and listen to your body. Great, that's pails and rails, and this is a 90-90 play, trying to find new stretch range for your tissues. See you again soon.